Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome back to my channel. So glad you are here with me. So in this little video, I will be doing a wellness check. Seems to be something I find very important. I think that it's very important to understand what is going on in your mind, in your heart, how you're feeling. You know, do these self check-ins that help to kind of facilitate what you need to be doing, how you should be feeling, you know, making sure that you're being kind to yourself, you know, making sure that you're doing the things that you want to do, that you're meeting your goals and all those things. So if you guys want to check out this video, make sure to stay tuned. Also make sure to like, subscribe, and comment down below. You already know the deal. If you don't, let me know why. It is what it is. It's all good. I won't trip. But anyway, this video is going to be a treat because my dad is joining us today. So I am going to be doing a wellness check-in with my dad. Something I think is pretty important, and I wanted to share this with you guys. So without further ado, here he is. All right, as you can see, welcome to my dad. So this is my dad, everybody. Meet Anthony, Andrea, and Anthony Thomas. Say hi to my people.
What's good, everybody?
So today we will be doing a wellness check. Do you do those?
No.
No?
No.
So we will be doing that for the first time today, which I think will be pretty interesting. What do you think?
I guess I just roll with the punches.
Okay, so it has been about 3 years since my dad has been out of prison. He was in prison for about 27 years. And we are going to see how everything has been going for him and what he's been doing in order to make sure shit don't go south. So I would also like to tell you guys that this is his birthday. So when you guys watch this video, it will be his birthday, and so that makes 3 years, his third birthday on the other side of the cell. So I think that's pretty significant. And so I just wanted to ask a couple questions to see, you know, what he's been doing, how he's been feeling. And so yeah, let's get into it. First things first, how are you?
Fabulous.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You feel good?
Yeah.
Why?
Well, considering all that's happened in the past year with the COVID and still maintaining my sanity and being able to just making adjustments on the fly, you know, I feel good about that because I'm coming along quite well. You know, I don't have no complaints. You know.
So how's COVID like affected you really? Because this is your first like significant, like, I mean, we don't really see pandemics like that anyway, but this is different.
Well, for me, you know, I don't stay in one place at a time, so I get to see a whole lot of people. So I understand from a broad perspective, you know, how everybody's dealing with it. As far as me, personally, from a personal point of view, it hasn't affected me at all, you know.
Why?
I guess because
you was in prison anyway.
Yeah.
You couldn't go nowhere.
Right. So, you know, I haven't really known anyone that really has been affected, like close family members or something like that. So
with the sickness and everything?
Right. So it really hasn't affected me directly.
Okay.
And, you know, I just try to do my best to stay clean and keep my mask, you know what I'm saying? And,
wash your hands.
Absolutely. But,
wash your hands.
Yes. But
wash your hands.
Yeah, definitely. But yeah, other than that, I've been good.
Right now in your life, how do you feel about where you are?
Well, I'm good, but I guess it could be better. You know, I wish it could be better, but I'm like this. You know, you have choices in life, and everything comes with a price. I don't want to rush nothing, because sometimes when you rush things, you know, it just don't turn out right.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna just let everything go with the flow. You know, I was expecting to do a whole lot of things by this time. You know, 3 years has been out, but you know,
take it easy on yourself because you have done a significant amount
Well,
that
I
a
know,
lot of
but
people don't normally get to do.
that's true, but at the same time, you also have a lot of others who've been in my same situation has prospered very
Right,
well.
but then what don't you do? Compare yourself to others.
Well, I know. No, that's something that's hard for me to try to overcome.
I mean, it's important not to compare.
Yeah.
So you're moving along. I think you're doing exquisite.
Well,
So,
you know you're gonna get that
Yeah.
from time to time. People gonna get in the comments, but with me, I'm kind of hard on myself. So I expected to be further along than what I am now. But
Yeah.
like I said, I'm not gonna rush it. I'm just gonna let it. I'm just gonna go with the flow.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And just it is what it is. But other than that, from a general perspective, I'm good. You know,
Good.
yeah.
Okay, so what advice or things in general have you learned in prison that has helped you to maneuver life outside of prison?
It's kind of a difficult question. Well, some of the things I recollect, like from dealing with everyday life in prison and bringing it out here to the streets.
Yeah.
First of all, I had to overcome attitude adjustments, know how to treat others, because everybody, it's different from being out there and in here, because you have to treat those types of people that's inside on the other side a little different. You have to have this certain way of life, way of carrying yourself in prison. So
The people in prison, you have to treat them differently?
yes, you have to treat them different as opposed to the ones that on the street, because you have to have this certain way of carrying yourself by being in prison.
Protected, like a protection.
Yeah, it's like you have to put up a shield, I guess.
Yeah.
But out here on the street, what was difficult for me is when I brought that same mentality out here on the street, and my problem was being able to make a transition from a different types of people. And what I have learned is that I don't have to be so hard on these people out here, because, like I say, it's a totally different ball game when you're dealing with inmates inside of prison. Trust could be a main factor. It's just totally different, and it took me a good little while for me to overcome that and to learn how to speak to people, because I thought the way I spoke with people in prison is the way I spoke right here. And what I didn't know is that it affected a lot of people in a negative way, which unbeknown to me, I didn't realize that until I had to learn that, you basically, the bottom line is that you want to treat people as you want to be treated.
Yeah.
So with that being said, it took me a while, a little bit of time for me to make an adjustment, because of the fact that I was incarcerated for quite some time. So, like I said, when I made this transition, it was a little difficult, but I guess everything is moving along. Sometimes still to this day, a lot of things doesn't make sense to me out here, because I wasn't used to
why
this.
I don't answer the phone sometimes.
Yeah,
it's okay that I don't answer the phone.
Right, and I think there's something wrong with that picture.
You was like, what's going on? Something wrong? You okay? No,
Yeah.
I'm good. I just didn't answer. I'm busy.
Right. So other than that, it's just it's good to be out. These last 3 years, I have been ecstatic, man, with the way things been going. Actually, a lot of people who's on the other side, they will never get that opportunity like I've got this opportunity. I was very blessed. You know what I'm saying? Because it could have been much worse. But being that I'm out here in this water up under the bridge, now I ain't got to look back and moving forward. And the sky's the limit, man. It's so much that I want to do. And I realize that you can only do so much in a certain period of time. So I'ma just, be complacent about certain things and just let things, come to me instead of forcing my hand all the time.
It's very good to
being
think that way.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. What goals did you set for yourself before getting out?
Well, I didn't have any particular long-term goals. I had like short-term goals.
Okay.
And some of those goals I wanted to put myself in a situation where I didn't have to rely on anybody.
Okay.
That was a personal goal for me because I know that for many, many years, I was forced to allow people to look out for me. And the fact that I was out, I needed to fend for myself. And so that was a short-term goal. And more realistic goals was to put myself in a position to have a steady income, of sustainability, you know, being able to take care of myself and take care of a significant other of my family or my daughter, you. So I wanted to just be more knowledgeable of a lot of things as far as, you know, yes, because, you know, I was behind when it came to technology, like phones, computers.
Yes,
so those was like certain, you know, and I really haven't even mastered it yet, even though it still remains a goal to me. It might not be, you know, as important to a lot of people as you want to term that as a goal, but yes, it is a goal for me because I was oblivious to all this knowledge and technology that was going on. So I had a lot of catching up to do. So other than that, I had a few more. I wanted to be abreast in more of finances. There's a lot of things I like to do, man. I wanted to get into the stocks, in small investments, you know. But I think that some of the more immediate, more realistic goals, I like to get into flipping homes and stuff like that, because I believe that's my way out, you know, for me. You know, everybody has their own challenges in life, but for me, I think that's what I'm more content with, trying to flip houses. As you know, I drive trucks, and
I don't think they knew that.
No, but I didn't even know I was going to ever be a truck driver until like after 26 years of being incarcerated, because that's something that I would never.
26 or 27?
No. Remember, 27 made at the reentry. Remember, before I got to the reentry, I never wanted to go to no reentry, because they wanted me as being a senior inmate to open up a new establishment, a reentry, and it would have programs and stuff. So I was reluctant to do that initially, but eventually I was convinced. And you know, I guess I was being pompous or self-centered and didn't want to help others at that particular time. But I decided that, look, you know, with the little knowledge that I had, I felt like I could share it. So I went on over there to the reentry when I was incarcerated. And so I know I'm going based, you know, veering off course what we was talking about as far as personal goals, but that's where it led me to truck driving. And now that I'm a truck driver, that could be like a long-term goal for me, because I want to accumulate a few truck drivers and trucks in the near future as well. So those are some of the goals that.
So what exactly? Because you said you want to flip homes as well, and you want to do truck driving. So what's like your main focus?
Well, right now my main focus is buying me a truck. As you know, I work for a company, and I've been basically not clear as to what approach that I want to take as far as the trucking industry. Because, you know, a lot of people will tell you that, you know, it's more realistic to work for a company, and then you could accumulate certain things, and then you could buy your truck or whatever. But at this point right now,
for yourself.
Right. You know, everybody say you can work for yourself, and I think I'm in a position. I got the knowledge. Been driving long enough, so I think that I'm getting ready to buy a truck or two, and that would put me in a position to invest some money in some homes.
Okay. So you want that to be your gateway?
Absolutely. That's the only way I can see it right now.
Okay.
And it also would have allowed me to study the stocks, because that's something that I really would like to get into. I'm very interested in the stock markets. So those are some of my goals that more feasible goals that I think that could be more realistic for me.
Okay. Name 4 things that have been the most exciting for you since you've been out. 4 exciting
4
things.
exciting things since I've been out. Well, the number one most exciting to me
Any memories, anything that happened.
is, well, for me, the more exciting thing is for me to come closer to God. That's number one.
That's what's happened.
Yes.
Okay.
Because I wasn't
You weren't
a real highly spiritual person being incarcerated, because, you know, I was up under the belief that, look, it is what it is. And yeah, I was up under the belief that, you know, I'm not gonna say that God wasn't real, because it just wasn't. Religion wasn't relied upon being incarcerated for some. But then when I got out, I draw myself closer to the Most High. You know what I'm saying? So that would be the one. That would be the number one. Well, the second most exciting thing was you, my Lord. It's been a blessing.
having me around.
Absolutely. I don't even know if I would have been able to come along as well as I did. You've been a big inspiration for me since I've been out. So you'll be second. And the third, family and friends, because I believe that it's important to have family and friends, or just to associate yourself with family and friends. I don't think anybody could be as successful without friends and family.
So it's been exciting having them around to help you? Is
Oh,
that what
yeah.
you're saying?
Yes, because nobody wants to be alone. If somebody tell you they wants to be alone, they've been living up under a rock. That's just my personal opinion now, you know. But that's been the third most exciting to me. And fourthly is the little success that I have experienced since I've been out.
I'm surprised the snow ain't in none of this.
Because
What? You was excited when you saw snow
I
for the
was,
first time.
but now I've seen so much of snow, I'm almost to a point where I don't want to
Tired of-
deal with the snow no more, because it's very dangerous.
It is.
Right?
Yeah,
Oh
when you
yeah.
driving trucks.
Now you're right. When I first got out and seen it,
You was taking videos.
yeah,
you saw
I
Bambi,
did all that.
Little.
You know what I'm saying? That was one of the most. But at this stage
Little
of my
deer.
life, yeah, I even
Take
took
pictures
pictures with
with
a
a
deer.
deer.
You remember that?
Yeah, I got them pictures from my phone.
Yeah, but I was, nature, man, just nature itself, it was, because it's hard to really to experience the type of nature that I've experienced since I've been out, when you've been incarcerated for so many years.
Yeah.
It's not like I'm the average person that's been out on the street and stuff like that. I'm wired different, okay? Everybody's different. Everybody has their own thing. So for me, it's I'm kind of surprised of the little minimum success that I've had experienced. So that would be fourth, and being able to have a car, being able to do things for others, because that's what I like. I like helping people as well. So that's very exciting too. When somebody needs something, you know what I'm saying, I can help them out.
Okay. All right, so now we're gonna switch gears, and because this is a birthday post, so to speak, and checking in with that whole thing and like how to move forward, and birthday a lot of the times, or even a new year, kind of sets into play how you want to move forward, goals that you want to set, or maybe rethinking about things that you didn't get a chance to do, or things that you wanted to moving forward. So we're going to talk a little bit about that. All right, so with this new year that you're entering, even though we're already in the new year, you've hit your 52nd or 53rd? 52nd? No, my mom is turning 51, so you turn 52. What? 53?
No.
You're not turning 51.
4.
54?
No, this kid.
I was about to say, you tripping. No, you ain't.
53, man.
53?
Yeah. Your mom finna be 52. I'm 51.
Oh, yeah. I'm 32. I thought I was 31. Oh, my goodness gracious. Dang. All right, so with this new year, this new birthday, What do you expect from this new year of life?
What do I expect from this new year? I expect to be more established.
In what
Yeah.
way?
Financially.
Okay. Do you have like an amount in mind, or how to make that come about? Steps to take?
Well,
'Cause we can easily say, "Oh, I want this," but then what
Yeah.
steps are you going to take in order to do that?
right. I want to learn more and what it is, what it takes to be successful
Okay.
as far as this coming year. Some of those things that I would like to do is this year. I want to study more and learn more about what it is to make me more successful this year. The last couple of years was just part of getting my feet wet. Now I think this year in particular, it's time to move forward and accomplish some of the things that I've been trying, what I set out to do.
And working on being financially free.
Yeah. I have a vision. I want to build a better relationship this year with my probation officer. I'm being realistic because the last
Not
couple
good.
of years been tumultuous, man. It's
Really?
been, yes. So this year I'm looking to,
How are you going to do that?
in life, when you dealing with people, some people just not going to just accept anything. I'm one of those who don't accept anything. At the same time, I had to realize that when I'm up under the guise of a probation, there's certain things that I'm gonna have to accept. And what I found out to be is that I'm not going to have all the answers, and I'm not going to have all the questions. But I do know this, that I'm gonna have to accept things for what it is, because if I didn't, and I wanted things to go my way, I've been back behind that fence. But I'm not trying to go back there, so I just have to basically swallow my tongue in a lot of things that I'm
Humble
doing.
yourself.
Humble myself. Perfect
Humble
word.
pie.
So that's what it is as far as moving forward this year.
Okay,
Some
that's a
things
good
that
goal.
change.
Okay, those are some good goals. So
Very
how do you
disciplined.
plan on being the best version of yourself? Do you work on that like daily, or how do you build
Well,
that
the only
into
way I
yourself,
can do
your
that
character?
is every just dealing with people in general every day, and I get tips from different people, positive tips. If you don't
You say you get positive tips from people?
from different people, right? Proper etiquette, where you want to be treated, how you treat others. We're all in a learning environment anyway. So, but at the same time, you have to be very, very cautious of who you're trying to learn from. You have to guard
Yes.
your hearing. You have to guard your speaking. You have to know what's good for you.
Nobody's walked in your shoes.
Exactly.
So tell me one thing you like to remind yourself daily. Like, are there some people talk about affirmations, or like what do you tell yourself, like waking up in the morning, like, but today's gonna be a good day. Like, I'm bomb, I'm beautiful, I'm smart, or I'm about to go do this and I'm gonna get this done today. I got this meeting, blah, 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 blah. Is there anything that you do that coincides with that? Like, is there stuff that you tell yourself daily?
No,
No?
I don't, because like I say, I'm a little cut out
You wired
different from
different.
other people.
Yeah.
And I say that to say this. I don't have to ever be reminded of 27 and a half years being incarcerated. So every day I wake up, I'm winning. Anytime I roll over and wake up and open my eyes, I'm winning. So it's blessed just to be in that position to wake up, number one. Number two, my past experiences, like I just said, within those amount of years that I've served, I don't have to be reminded that it could have been much worse. And now that I'm out, it's just a blessing, man. It's not really much that I can say. That it's just, right now I'm just taking one day at a time and loving life.
Another question. What do you think you need to take time to heal from?
I will never agree that I was like traumatized, but in the world that we live in, they say people have been traumatized, especially if you've been incarcerated for all those years. I don't really agree
see it
with
that
it.
way?
No, not with me, but I do know it exists. Because you do have people that get out and they be traumatized. They would never been able to come back on this side.
But not even to say that they can't come over from this side, but they're just completely different from how they used to be, or maybe like, you know, like how they move now. That whole experience has completely, you know, made them completely who they are.
But don't make no mistake about it. I'm not perfect, and I know I have my own faults, and I know I may be cut out different from a whole lot of people. People might be
based on what happened to you.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Because if I reminisce and relate back, I think I had a different perspective before I went into prison. As opposed, I believe I look at things different, because I can't say had I not been in prison that I would be here today, or you know what I'm saying? You really can't really tell. But I do have a different outlook on life since I went to prison and has returned back to society. I look at things differently.
But you look at people a certain way too because of those experiences, right?
I don't hardly trust a lot of people. I guess I need to get away from
that's
that.
Probably something that, you know,
that may be something I need to work on.
Yeah.
Possibly. But I don't know if I can ever change when it comes to that, because I've dealt with thousands upon thousands of people over my time, and a lot of people are very what you call not evil people, but you just people who's out for themselves. I don't think it's really nothing can be done when it comes for me to changing that. But
old dog set his ways.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna be like that until the day I.
Is that something you want though?
No, because I don't know. I can't say, because if it takes
for me to change, with that?
I'm content with it.
I'm content with not trusting people.
Yeah, because like I say, I know for a fact there is a lot of people that can't be trusted, and a lot of people is in it for themselves. I know you have a lot of people like that. Now the other group, I would like to learn and be able to know how to deal with that.
Not hold them accountable for other people's actions.
Changing. As far as changing, I would like to be able to put myself in a position where I would be able to deal with that certain group of people.
Right.
In a positive way.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I want to keep that line, because these people here, I'm not finna be that nobody.
Yeah.
Right. You know, it's all about checks and balances.
Right.
Me, you know.
Okay.
So,
what do you like about yourself?
Realistically speaking, what I like about myself is, I think, and I don't say I'm the sole reason behind it. I think it has a lot to do with the Most High. Is that I was able to stay healthy. As you know, I'm finna be 53. I feel good. So as far as what I like about myself, I like being the fact that I sustain my mindset, my mind, my thinking. I was able to stay healthy. I don't have no impeccable communicative skills, but I hold my own, you know. So I'm not trying to be self-centered.
No, of course not. Yeah.
Those are just some of the things that I like about me. When I need to communicate to get things done, I can put myself in a position to do that. A lot of people can't do that, because trust me, I've seen it. People cannot even have a 2-minute conversation.
Yeah.
But what I love about myself, I was able to make that transition. You don't understand what it is to be in a cell for years sometimes, being confined in one little cell when they give you a DR. Now, it's a difference than just regular during time. But I've been in cells where you just look at the 4 walls, and the only time you see somebody is when they come and feed you. To overcome that stigma.
The stigma of what?
Of having that just living that type of life, of stuck in that mold. You know what I'm saying? When your life is stuck like that, a lot of people never
get out of it.
You know what I'm saying? So
you were able to get out of that.
I think so. Now a lot of people might not agree with that.
That's I mean, they call that what's it called?
Residual?
No.
Resistance? What are you talking about?
I forget what they stay at home. But you're able to come out on the other side.
Right. I was able.
very
I was
capable of that.
able to make that transition back on this side. Like I say, a lot of people don't, and a lot of people might not agree. A lot of people say, "Man, he lost his hell. He done." You know what I'm saying? He is
Yeah.
cooked. I understand that, and I'm all right with that, because one thing about me, I'm not going to let the next person's opinion dictate what I do and how I feel.
Right.
Period.
You should not. I think you kind of already answered it though. What are you most grateful for? But if you have not answered it,
You, my daughter, most grateful for that. Being able to,
are you just fighting?
no, well, you know, as you know, you're my only daughter, so,
I'm your only child.
right, so,
I say all that to say I appreciate the growth you've done. I cannot wait to see what you do in the next year. I mean, we grow daily, we grow monthly, we grow hourly. Like who we are now wasn't who we were last week or even the year before or whatever. So I know you're going to continue to grow and continue to work on being the best version of yourself.
I'm not going to rest until I do.
Happy 53rd birthday. It is a pleasure having you on the other side with me.
Well, thank you.
What are you looking at?
Nothing, I'm just gazing at it. Just gazing.
But
You ready to go?
thank you.
Get the,
Can I close this?
Of course. I thought this, I forgot that thing was still on there.
Well, thank
clean
you
the
so
phone.
much, everybody. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in and wishing my dad a happy birthday. I'm super, super grateful to have you guys in on this conversation, this wellness check of how he's doing. Just over the years, what's happened and how he has dealt with, you know, all the experiences he's had to go through. If you guys have not yet, make sure you subscribe, that button down below. Make sure you give it a thumbs up as well so that other people can see this video. I'm sure there are others who would love to hear what he has to say. But I appreciate you guys. Make sure you tune in for the next video and we will see you guys later.
And y'all make sure y'all subscribe to my baby girl channel too, man. Be tripping now.
Bye guys.